Hello everybody, welcome to Learn Excel. I'm your instructor for MS Excel. Today we will be covering rows, columns, scroll bar, ribbon, formula bar, and so on. These are the basics of Excel today we'll be covering. And this is the introduction of MS Excel. What is MS Excel and why do we need to learn this MS Excel? MS Excel is a spreadsheet program that is used to record and analyze numerical data. Within Excel, user can organize data, create chart, perform the calculations, and it is used to store the data also. Let me show you how Excel looks like. Let me go to my Excel file. You can see these are the tabs over there, and these are the topics which we have to cover today. So MS Excel basics. Let me go to this tab, introduction of Excel. What is MS Excel? Why should I learn Excel? In our day-to-day office, we have lots of tasks to perform. And, there are lots of tasks where we, consume lots of times. To avoid time being lost, we learn Excel to boost our efficiency. So rows, columns, scroll bars, ribbons, they're all very basic. So before we move on, they are must to know. Let me start from step by step. Rows and columns. What is rows? This actually is the row. This is the row. Rows are displayed in a horizontal way, and these are the columns where I'm highlighting. So columns are displayed in the alphabetical letters. A is the column, B is the column, C is the column, D, and so on. And these are the rows. So now the question is, why should I learn Excel? We should learn Excel to boost our efficiency, to obtain 100% accuracy in our day-to-day office task, and where Excel can be, bought online from Microsoft website. We can download that, or we can get the license. So these are all basics we have to learn today. And now let me start with rows and columns. And Excel overview. Each worksheet contains columns and rows. As I mentioned, these are the worksheets, and each worksheet contains rows and columns. These are columns, and these are worksheets. Now, rows and columns. Let me go to my this where a column and row meets called a cell. For example, E2 is located in column E and row E2. So for example, if I type over there 12, so H, this is called H4, fourth row, and this is which column? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, eighth column, which actually refers to H, H4, 12. Rows and columns. And Microsoft Excel consists of workbooks. Within each workbook there are 255 worksheets maximum. So guys, if I talk about how many worksheets available in a workbook, so that we can validate by going to file, we can go to option, and we can go to general. So here you can see by default we have put 1. So the time we open the workbook, it has only one worksheet by default. So you can see the box, enter a, see if I write over there 256, the entry must be less than or equal to 255. So we can't make more than that. So let me put 1 by default, so that if I do control N, you can see control N is the shortcut to create the workbook. By default I'm getting 1. So if I close this, if I go to file, if I put in general, approximately, let me put 10. So if I do control N, you can see 10 worksheets are by default I'm getting. And now if I have to add some more worksheet, how should I do that? I have to go to the very dead end. This is the plus sign. I click this, it keeps on incrementing. You can see it is getting added here. So this is actually the way we can add the worksheets. Let me go to that. Yes. So let me start from there. Rows and columns. So now rows and columns are clear. So this is row and this is column. Okay. If I talk about H10, so H10, this is H10, H10. So H10 means 10th row, H column. H refers to 8th column. Fine. Yes. Scroll bar. Let me rows and columns. MS Excel is in a tabular format. So you can see this Excel is in a tabular format, table format. We have columns, we have rows, and we have data. Rows are displayed horizontally and columns are displayed vertically. So these are rows and these are columns which are displayed vertically. And columns are identified by column header, which are displayed horizontally at the top of the sheet. And you can see these are the columns A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Horizontally, they are displayed. They are our column header. Now, what is ribbon, guys? Let me go to ribbon. Ribbon, what is ribbon? If you look at file, home, insert, these are the ribbons. We can go to insert. In insert, we have these tabs. We can go to page layout. We have these options. We have data, we have review, and we have, all available options which we can cover in the next session. So now ribbon is on the top of the worksheet below the name of the Excel file. Yes, it has 7 tabs: home, insert, page layout, formula, date, review, and view. You can see over there. And these are two other tabs which you can add to your requirement. So each tab has its own specific commands. So now let me show you how to add the ribbon or customize our ribbon. Go to file, go to option, and you can see customize ribbon. If I click on customize ribbon, you can see we have home, insert. Let me put it down. We have home, insert, page layout, formulas, and so on. Now if I have to create a new, I click new tab and I click this, I rename this. Maybe I take new, I mention new tab. All right, in new tab, let me rename this also. You have this option, rename. I can rename over there. You can rename to your requirement. New group. We got new group also. Now, the thing is that what should I have in these new tab? So I want font. So you can just add font. We got font over there. And I want font size. I have font size over there. Let me have font color. Let me have font color also. And everything I got. So I can close this, and you can see over there new group we have add. Okay, it's not there. Let me see again. 1 minute. I have to go to option. I have to go to customize ribbon. Let me have new tab, and new tab, let me rename again. uh, new tab. New tab, we got it. And if we click OK, new tab, we got new tab over there, guys. All right, so now if I go to option, customize ribbon, so we have new tab over there. So let me put some suppose I want email options in that. So email option, let me click over there. Email, we got email over there, and click this. So now you see I got email. So if I click email, this entire workbook will be attached in my email. You can see that it is coming in my email. So you can customize this. Actually, email has opened with attachment. So you can customize according to your requirement, all these options. And how do you delete this? How do you delete this new tab which we just created? You just click this or you just uncheck this, so it will be removed from the ribbon. I hope you found this useful. It will help you to have a customized ribbon to your requirement. Let me go to next topic, uh, Zoom and name box. What is Zoom, guys? You can see this screen. Sometimes we have to zoom. You can see on the at the bottom of the right, 100% is the zoom. You can see, you can increase, and you can see that 130% is the, this is the dialog box which is opened. You can set to your requirement, suppose 75%. So this is and you can increase the size of the font by pressing control and scroll. So this is how you can do this way. Click, 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 and you can click left and click. So this is how you can do zoom part. And now let me tell you about name box. What is name box? uh, what is name box? This actually, name box we use to go to particular location. If I have to go to suppose F13. So over there, I will type F13. You can see it has gone to F13. If I have to type over there R20, so it will go to R20, guys. So this actually is very much useful when we have to access to particular, when we have to access particular cell. So name box, and we will be covering name range in our next session. And let me go back to formula bar now. What is formula bar, guys? Formula bar is nothing but where you can see the formula stored in it, and we can enable this from view menu option under show section. So this actually very much useful when you have big formula. You have to, this is the formula bar. You just click this, you can see that it has been stretched, where you can see entire formula in one go. And you can see view and formula bar. So formula bar is hidden now. Once you check this, it is visible. So this is very much useful. Suppose I'm typing some values, this multiplied by 2, so 24. So you can see this formula is visible in that. If the formula is bigger, you can stretch this, so entire formula can easily be seen here. So you can just double click this. Okay, one more thing I have to cover in this. Suppose over here we have multiple tabs. It is difficult sometimes to go and search for the tab which we require, and it becomes very cumbersome task for any user. So you can just, you can see there are dots over there, and right click and left click, see all sheets. You just right click over there, you can see all the tabs in one go. So if you have to go to workbook and worksheet, you just, okay, you will go over there. And if you want to go somewhere else, just double click this, it will park you there. Now let me go, and the formula bar is covered now. Scroll bar and worksheet. Scroll bar. What is scroll bar? Scroll bar is very much self-explanatory, where you can see this is the scroll bar. And suppose let me go there. If I have some data, I'm putting some data over there. Let me put some data over there. Okay. So you can see the scroll bar will keep on stretching to that where the data is kept. You can just take to the right, take to the left. So as much as data is spread, it will go towards that. If I go to the very dead end, maybe over there I'm putting some data. So you can see that scroll bar has become very small, because now scroll bar will take you to the location where the data is kept at the very last column or row. So you can see, if I put my data, maybe some data I'm putting over there, just assume some data I'm putting over there. So you can see that scroll bar, it will go towards the end where the value is kept. So this is the last available row in this tab. So scroll bar is clear. Now let me go to worksheet and select a worksheet. What is worksheet, guys? Worksheet actually is a collection of cells where you store and analyze the data. So let me show you. This is actually the worksheet, guys. This is the worksheet. These are the worksheets. It is collection of rows. These are rows actually. It is collection of rows and columns. You can see these are the columns. So it is collection of rows and columns. So you can select any worksheet. These are the worksheets. Okay, the name of the worksheet is found at the bottom of the workbook. So this is the worksheet name. So for that, the name of that, create tab groups, for that editing data, for that formatting and cell reference and so on. Now, insert a worksheet. We can insert worksheet in the workbook as many as required, up to 255. As I mentioned already, we can't insert the worksheets more than 255. Click plus sign to insert the worksheets. So as I mentioned, that you can just keep on clicking that, the worksheets keep on adding over here. So this is clear, insert a worksheet. And there is another shortcut which I will cover later, but let me tell you that shift F11 is the shortcut. Shift F11, let me write that. Shift F11 is the shortcut to insert the worksheet. Insert the worksheet. It will be very useful for you because this is actually maximum we used in our day-to-day office life. And now let me go back to my PPT. Insert worksheet is clear now. Let me go back to 8. Rename a worksheet and delete a worksheet. Rename a worksheet. We can also rename the worksheet according to the requirement. And delete also, we can perform if we don't need. So now let me go there. Suppose these tabs, I don't need it. Okay, maybe I have to rename this. So you can see that, just right click, rename this. I want to rename that new sheet, or I want to delete this sheet 15. Just right click. Once you right click, you have all the options which you have to perform. Maybe you have to tab the color. Okay, maybe you have to rename it or delete it. Once you delete it, it will ask you, you can't undo deleting sheets. So undo means you want restore the previous stage. That's called undo. So I click this, the sheet 14 is deleted now. So let me go back to my PPT. These two are clear to you. Let me go back to now selection of range and fill range. Very important topic. So now selection of range. What is range actually? What is range? Range is nothing but address of combined cells. If I tell about A2 and if I tell A2 J13, so this is actually the range. If I have to select A2 J13, this is my A2. I will go to J and J13. So this is called A2 J13 range selection. So if you have to select this range, you can perform Control G. I will tell you why we do that. Go to, you can mention A2 J13. You can see this way also we can select our range. So they're all basics. If you have to go to over there, go to command is there, Control G. So you can have, why we use that, if we have to go to particular cell, we can press over there G10. So it will park us to G10. So now this is also clear. Yes. Fill range. Now let me go there. Quick access toolbar. What is quick access toolbar, guys? Quick access toolbar is nothing but, you can see that quick access toolbar is self-explanatory, which is used for quick commands. In Excel we have these commands. This is called save command, this is undo command, and this is this actually I have got from the toolbar. When on the file, if you go option quick access toolbar, you can have as much as to your requirement. It will come over there, like I want filter also, so filter will come. So you can see these are the options which you will get it. So if I have to apply filter some data, so like for example, let me create some data for you guys. Student and score. So these are students of the class, and you can see this is the score. And if we have to put the filter, just you can apply this shortcut. Either you can have, control shift L. Control shift L is the shortcut to apply the filter. This can also help you. Either you can select this, quick access toolbar. You can have as many as you want to your requirement. So let me go back to now. Quick access toolbar is covered. And as I mentioned, the commands which are not available, you can go there and get all the commands from quick access toolbar. You can add as many as required to your requirement. Now, saving open close workbook. Saving open close workbook, guys. What is actually open the workbook? If you do Control O, Control O is the shortcut. You can open the workbook, and you can go to File and Open. You can open. Suppose I want to open book 4, so it will open book 4. This is the book 4. This is how you can, if you have to close the workbook, just you can close this. You can see close, and it is closed now. Saving close workbook is clear now. So now I have another question. Suppose I have to save as one file. Let me open one workbook. I have to save this file, or save as maybe with another name, maybe ABC. The file name I have to give. Just go to File, go to Save As. I want to save it on my desktop maybe. Let's see. And I'll see ABC123. So this file will be saved on my desktop, ABC. So you can see ABC123 file is open. All right, friends. So let me go back to my, let me close all these, delete all these tabs which I just created. So let me show you one more shortcut to delete all the tabs in one go. Just click the tab and press shift and click. So it means if you do any action, any of the tabs, it will be applied across all the selected tabs. You just right click and delete all the tabs. You have seen all the tabs are deleted in one go. So we have covered all these things, and I hope you found this useful. Let me go back to now next session. Let me go back to editing data. What is editing data? Editing the cell content, editing the formula by using F2. What is Control Z, Control Y, find and replace, go to special and paste to special. Let me cover all these things now in this session. Editing the cell content. Suppose I'm writing 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 I have typed over there. If I have to add it, how should I add it? Just simply you can add it 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is easy to add it. And if we have the formula over there, suppose let me type some data, January, and let me drag this January to October, and maybe let me drag this up to December. Okay, and let me put some data, and this is actually the data I'm putting. All right, so I want to find out total total of these things. So how will I do that? You can just press Alt and plus. So you can see this is the shortcut where we have the data. If you change any value 123, so automatically this value is also changed according to the data. Let me format this. So how will I format this? So you can go there, bottom border. You click over there, you have all border. If you have to select top border, so you have all the options. Suppose I have my data over there. Let me apply thick box border. So thick box border has come, and if I do Control Z, Control Z means it has come back to normal stage or previous stage. Control Z. If I have to do Control Y, it has come back. So it is actually neutralize the Control Z. So this is also clear. Now let me put some formula. Suppose this is the formula. I have to multiply this value by 2. It has become now 636. So if I have to edit this formula, how do I add it? Press F2. So you can see I have pressed F2. Now I can do multiplied by 3. So this is the way where you can, edit your formula. find and replace. So over there, if I type, let me type over there Sunday, Monday, and some data for you, and you can see I have some data Sunday, Monday. So I have to replace Y with F. So how will I do that? Let me select the data and control F. Control F we use to find the data. Okay, so if I search Y, so find next, it got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so on. It will keep on highlighting where until Y is, until Y is found. So if I close this, let me do Control H. Control H we use to replace the value. So find what Y has to be replaced with F. Okay, replace all. So you can see all 9 items. So you can see this is the status bar, count 9. You can see the movement of my mouse. So all 9 items are replaced. Y is replaced with F. Now if I have to do Control Z again, which I just covered, so it has come back to normal. So now this is how you can actually, if I do Control Y, again it will come back. Control Z. So you can, toggle between Control Y and Control Z and so on. So this is how you can do that. Now let me cover, go to Spatial. Control G, CTRL plus G. Control G is the shortcut to go to Spatial. Control G. So this is how we go to Control G. But if you have to understand the long cut, you go over there. You have the Control G. So this way you can go there. How you get this in the file? Maybe 1 minute. Let me close this. In the home you have these options: Control Z, Control, go to Spatial, and Formula. I will cover these later. So now paste, go to Spatial is covered. Now paste Spatial. This is actually very important feature. I need your attention here. So paste Spatial. Let me copy this data and paste somewhere else. These are the values actually. So you know that if I have to multiply all the values by 7 or 8, so how will I multiply that? There are two ways. Either you select this and multiply it by 8. So over there it will get multiplied. But now why these values are 0? Understand that. So because this is the value which is actually fixed, that is called P7. You can see name box P7. So P7 value I have to fix that. If you go to next, it has become P8, which is wrong. So over there I have to select this. Either you select this or click the cursor there. So you can press F4. You can 1 minute. You can press F4. You can press F4. It is logged thoroughly. So guys, I tell you what is actually F4. F4 is used to log the cell. If you press F4 twice, it has logged the column. If you row. If you press F4 thrice, it has logged the column now. So again, I'm telling you, this was the scenario. If you select this, press F4, it is logged all or everything. P7 is now constant or fixed. If you press F4 twice, it has logged the row. It has logged the row. If you press F4 thrice, it has logged the column. But we need this scenario. We have to fix this now. If you drag this, so all the values are multiplied by 8. 20 into 8, 160. So this is very basic actually. But I don't want this. I don't want this. I want 8 should be multiplied by that. Just copy this data. So Control C and select this. Alt Control V is the shortcut to get this paste spatial dialog box. You can use multiply. All the values are multiplied by 8. And same way, if I do Control Z, if I have to divide all the values by 8, so what should I do now? Just Control C and select everything. Now Control Alt V. Remember this shortcut, we will be using this so much in our next videos. Divide. So what does it mean? All the values will be divided by 8. So you can see that all the values will be divided by 8. So this is clear. So now I want all the values should be maybe I have to increase the decimal. So you can click this, increase the decimal, or if you have to decrease the decimal, you can just keep on clicking this. So this is very useful for all of us.